I think something that's going to really blow up. I mean, it already has, but even more so in the future. And so the fact that it's already something that you're doing, I think is so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so our program, we are working with, especially the state of South Carolina, through a grant that we won from their Department of Education, and it is to give free VR headsets and licenses to our software and live tutoring to middle and high schools across the state. So this is all at no cost to them. The schools then get to keep the headsets and use them kind of for whatever they want. But currently it's like a 3-year program. So we finished year 1. We're just about to start year 2. And then they will, after year 3, the hope is that they continue using VR as well. Each school has 20 headsets, and we're working with 30 different schools across the state, both middle and high
Okay.
schools. And the live tutoring is to try to curb some learning loss due to COVID. I mean, I'm sure there was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much,
It's really,
especially in like
fun
math
for
and
me.
science.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For
So
me, I have been doing
that's kind
this
of the goal.
from last 3 years, and I know, like, I really like the way the students ask questions after getting the ideas of like 3D models of heart, or maybe reflection of light or anything, and I really enjoy answering them at the end of that session. And it's really great to join Victory XR as well, to continue the same experience with you people as well. And I have seen that Victory XR is doing amazing things in market, XR market, and I have been watching you from last couple of years as well, on in social media, on LinkedIn and other social media platforms as well. And it's kind of similar what I have been teaching to students, one-on-one session, to resellers, to teachers, through the teacher platform and student platform. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, I agree with you. I think one of the things that I've noticed in these sessions is like the authentic learning and thoughts that come after. The kids really get engaged in a
Yeah.
way that they aren't right now in a normal classroom setting, and so they get it. It's like sparking the love of learning again. And I think that if we're able to do that, even just for one kid, it's totally worth it.
Yes, it
Um,
is.
and so I completely agree with you. I've seen that as well, and it's really fun to see. It's pretty incredible seeing how much how many questions they have if they really truly are engaged and love what they're doing. So yeah, so that's I mean that's kind of the goal. That's exactly kind of what we want to do. Is we want to spark that. We want to spark the love of learning again. A lot of the kids in these programs are in rural schools in South Carolina who just, don't necessarily have access to this technology otherwise. A lot of them, I'm sure,
Okay.
know what VR headsets are because they're all over the web or TikTok or whatever they're doing these days. But um, they've been really excited to be part of
Yeah, it
this
is
because
engaging.
it's
It's a
cutting edge.
gamified content there for them, and
Exactly.
students love gamified content. They love VR for games, and if you have content similar to that, they will be like they will be amazed by that content. And 3D models with gamified modifications, and also engaging with them, interactive tools and interactive 3D models. This really amaze students when they see it through virtual reality, and it's immersive learning for them, and it helps them to learn more and more. uh, yeah, we have learned a lot from the traditional way, but this books always provides you images of any part of the body, say for example. But virtual reality gives you the 3D model, the real 3D model, and you can see how blood is pumping, how blood rotation is happening, and a student can see that, and he can learn more quickly as compared to the books. And it's easy for them to get engaged with this distraction free environment, and without judgment. No one is judging you what you are seeing inside the headset. No one is judging you inside that, right? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that is a really good point. That is it's a judgment-free environment. I think that for a lot of kids is really important, and school can be, you know, stressful or anxiety producing both in the social aspect and the academic one. So
Mm.
I think that that's a really important point.
Right. Yeah. And getting the results at the end of the assessment, and having uh, teacher can view the assessment, like has he done the assessment right, or whatever the classroom teacher has created, and he has put some content in the class, and at the end of the week or at the end of the month he can see like, yeah, he has completed these modules, and the number of score, or maybe number of modules he scored in last week, when and where. He can see everything there, and he can have the perfect data at the end of the month or at the end of the week. And on that basis he can conclude to, he can connect with the parents as well. He can deal with the student personally, and ask him if he is facing any issue with that particular subject or any course. It's really amazing. Technology is booming all over the world now.
Yeah, it is really cool. We in some of our simulations we have like built-in assessments, and then they we can like print out basically either, you know, a PDF, or but you know, can create data based off of how Hi, I'm so sorry about that. I my entire Chrome browser just completely shut down.
I thought
You were
it's my internet connection. um I was
no,
checking my internet
that was
connection.
on me.
Okay, okay. No, I was like shocked, what
No,
is happening here? Okay.
sorry about that.
No, that's
No, that was
fine. That's
definitely
fine.
me. It was
This
all of a
happens with
sudden
me
my
as well.
entire Chrome window.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
understand.
technology, it's great, but it, you know, it's not flawless. So,
Yeah, yeah. But humans
um,
always win.
but yeah. But yeah, so you know, last year, one of the big things that we were doing was, you know, just kind of introducing students to the world of VR. They um, each session is about 45 minutes to an hour. And then some of our sessions we run twice a week. We've also had a lot of success in running like slightly longer sessions just once a week. We've been trying really hard to figure out what works best for the schools
Okay.
because they already have a really full, busy schedule. We don't want to have to pull kids out of academic subjects to do these, but it's impossible to meet the needs of 30 schools all at the same time.
Right, right.
Um, and so, kind of a normal week, we're running, you know, a few sessions a day, each being, you know, geared towards an academic subject while also exploring VR. So, for example, one of the sessions that I was a part of last spring, we were in. We have a location that has scales, and so we were talking. We were. It was a math course, an algebra class,
Okay.
and so the students were using the scales to talk about how you balance out algebraic equations. And they were like putting different, you could actually like pick up and put, you know, you could spawn in animals. And so putting animals on the scales and talking about, you know, the different weight of the animals and how you could, you know, use an algebraic equation to solve. And so,
Right,
you
right.
know, they were like doing academics while also, you know, using hands on both, you know, real life ideas, but I mean, not because you can't pick up an elephant in real life and put it on a scale. So that's kind of what one of the other tutors did in their course. Another one, they were doing, it was a science class. What was it? And they were in our creator space. We have like a creator sandbox.
Okay.
And they, yeah, like kind of you were saying with the heart, like they were spawning in different animals and discussing, the different parts of the animals and
Right.
comparing, I think, aspects of mammals to reptiles and those types of things. And so um, we go off of just kind of basic common core standards. That's what South Carolina follows, and try to gear it towards middle and high school range. I like to be able to tell the schools which, what age ish or grade level each tutoring session applies for, so that they're able to sign up their students. But it doesn't, it's not like you can't put a high schooler in a lower level math, because if that's what they need, we want to adhere to that. And so it's sometimes a mixed range of ages, and sometimes it's, just middle or just high school.
Yeah, I understand. I can understand that. So yeah, I think uh, I can, I can be very useful in that case, because this is what I have been doing from last couple of years. And my mentor Dave Dolan, I don't know you, I'm not aware of that, you know him or not. He also mentioned that this company is booming in XR market, and they are doing great jobs. We do some similar things, but what actually excited me more about Victory XR is, you have this classroom. There's, you can select the avatar, and you can also select the voice, AI voice, and that avatar can act as a teacher for the student, and he can deliver that lesson for the student. And which is really a step one step above forward what we have been doing, and which is really cool. And I really love that feature in Victory XR, which is amazing for me, at least. I was also thinking that I should get a demo in these 3 or 4 days to start looking into it and see what other things you have. But mostly what I found on YouTube, on your YouTube channel, webinars were there, and also I found some of the 3D models, interactive models there as well. And it is really amazing for the students, for anyone, to learn more into this technology. So I also have, yeah, I do have some questions. You know uh, uh, the first question is, like, about the VR headset. Like, I have this VR headset with me right now. I was having this session just before this call. I was having one session with one of my students. And but for getting into Victory XR, with working with you people, do you like, will you supply a device, VR device, to me, or are you expecting me to have one for the same role?
If you have one, that, yeah, that would be best if it's a Quest headset.
I'm really sorry to say that I have only DPVR, and the other one I have is actually Mirage, I believe. But Oculus, I don't have Oculus, but Oculus Go I can arrange, but not Oculus Quest as of now.
Not a Quest. Okay. That's something I will need to discuss that with our team. It's possible, but I think that would be yeah, it would be best if you had one of those. I can find out though.
Okay.
Yeah, because right now, most of our content, especially, where the VR sessions will be held, are in VXR Labs, which I'm pretty sure you have to have a Quest 2 to access. Or I'm not a Quest 2, but a Quest device.
I have, experience with the Oculus Quest devices. And I was the guy in a team who was dealing with the technical issues. Anyone was facing technical issue with the Oculus Quest, I was the one who was providing solutions to that, through a ticketing system and through Zoho platform as well. I also have experience with the platforms, WebXR, as I mentioned earlier. And in your term, it's called VXR Lab, right? Am I right?
Hmm.
Okay. So VXR Lab, yeah. So I have experience with that, but the Quest device, We have been using DPVR from last 1 year. Okay, but I have good experience with the Quest device as well. It will be better like I'm not sure, but yeah, if it's not possible for you to send me a device, maybe I can find ways to arrange one.
Okay.
Okay. And then another thing that comes into my mind is that this role is part-time contract, right? So
Yes.
what will be the timing? Are you expecting me for weekly or monthly? How many hours? What hours you expect from me?
Yeah, so it would be like a few times a week. The sessions are, like I said, some of them are once a week, but most of them are twice a week.
Hmm.
So I like to try to schedule them like a Monday, Wednesday, a Tuesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Friday, something like that.
Okay.
Um, I At this point, I'm looking for. I have some sessions that are running about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. What I would like is first to do some earlier sessions,
Hmm.
which I know is earlier in the evening for you,
Yeah, yeah, I'm
but early
comfortable. Time,
morning in
time
South
is not an
Carolina.
issue for me. I have been working
Okay.
with international clients for last 6 years. Before UMIT and before VA2 Labs, I started working in oil rooms. So it was totally, international BPO. So I was working from 5 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning. So
Oh
yeah,
my god,
yeah, that was the time.
that's
That
something
was
you're
my
used
first.
to.
Yeah, that was my first job actually. So I had to work in that. So timing is not a issue for me. I can work on that.
Okay. Yeah, so I was hoping probably for I don't know, maybe 3 sessions, maybe four, but probably 2 to 3 sessions a day. So
Hmm.
like maybe 2 to 3 on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then 2 to 3 on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. Like, they're 45 minutes, so maybe like a 10 to 10:45, and then I don't want to back you too close up, but then like an 11 to 11:45 and 12 to 12:45, or like something like that on probably 4 days a week.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine for me, I believe. And if I'm like having
Okay.
session with you right now, it's around maybe 11 for you, 11 a.m.,
1 p.m. here.
1 p.m. There. So where are you exactly right now?
Oh, I'm in North Carolina, so I'm a little bit north of where all these students are going to be.
So
So I'm in the Eastern time zone.
it's here, it's 11 p.m. So I can work more 3 hours from now on. So that means up to 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. for you. So
Great.
time is
Oh,
fine for
perfect.
me.
Okay,
That's fine for me.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Um,
One last question,
yeah, and
actually,
so
regarding
yeah.
this. Yeah. And then I will let you speak. I know I'm asking so many questions. Uh,
No, no, I'm happy you are.
yeah. So the last question is like, as you said, that this is part-time contractor. So what compensation is for this role actually
Yeah, so it would be $30. I, I per session.
per session? And per session will be 45 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. And what about the initial training or anything like that for this? Do you think that I can do it without training, or do I need training?
I mean, I think that it sounds like you have experience with teaching in VR. I think spending a little bit of time getting acquainted with our platform
Hmm.
and doing some planning for what you would like to teach,
Hmm.
and what each course kind of will entail would be good. And obviously we can compensate you for that, but other than that, I mean, I don't think there's really a ton of training needed. We have like an onboarding session that our lead technician will run. Just need to figure out exactly when that will be.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, thank you for answering all these questions. It really helped me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess my only other questions for you are, what like subjects and stuff have you taught before in VR? And what are you most comfortable teaching, especially at like a middle high school level? Have you taught math or science or language arts, any of those?
I'm good in maths as well. I'm good in physics. So these two subjects and also biology. I'm good in biology as well. So these three subjects, you can say that, yeah, I'm good in that teaching students of middle and high school students. Yeah. Physics, biology, and mathematics remain same all over the world. It doesn't change. Only the history changes. I am good in history,
Right.
but that is only in Indian history. So I think that you will not consider that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was still really interesting, though. I'm sure that these kids would really like to learn about Indian history, and
Mhm.
one of the cool things about this is, it's kids from all over South Carolina. Some of them will never leave South Carolina for their whole lives, and
Okay.
so throughout this experience, not only do I want to teach them academics, but just also get more a view of the world, and how what a incredible place it is. And so we have another one of our tutors is actually living, he's from India but lives in Ireland. And so he has taught the kids just kind of what his life is like, and where he grew up, and how it has a lot of similarities and a lot of differences from where they're growing up and now what his life
Mhm.
is like in Ireland. And so I think just even having those conversations outside of the academics, outside of the VR, is such a valuable experience for these kids.
Right.
um, and a lot of them are in different parts of the state. So some of them are in very rural areas, living like, on or around farms. Some of them live in pretty big cities. And
Okay.
so even having them be able to talk to each other about how different their experience is, and how similar, is really cool. So I'm sure they would love to hear about Indian history.
Yeah, I would love to share if they want. Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, I think that's really valuable with all of this too.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Everything everyone should know about, like, different cultures, different history. So it's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it really is. And I think that's one of the cool things about technology too, is we have so much more access now to be able to learn more about
Hmm.
our world,
Yeah.
um, more so than people used to. And I think that's a really powerful thing.
Right. That is no doubt.
Awesome. Well, I think those are all the questions I have for you, unless you have any other questions for me. And I've got a few other interviews this week, but my hope is to be in touch. Get back to you. I guess not this week, 'cause it's Friday, but, by end of
Yeah, it
next
is.
week, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine for me as well. And day after tomorrow, it like for now, from now on, it's off for me as well. So you should also enjoy your weekend, and I should also go some other place like Taj Mahal or Qutub Minar to visit. Yeah. If you have
Awesome,
any
great. Well, it was so
question,
nice meeting you.
yeah, yeah, me too, me too. Love to hear so much about how students are doing with Victory XR technology and XR labs. And I'm looking forward to it, and looking forward to joining your team and helping others to learn more about it.
Great. Well, if you think of any other questions for me, please feel free to email me, and otherwise, I will be in touch by the end of next week.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I will. If I will have any question. One last thing. I think that do you have any link or any website on the which helps us, which helps customers to book a demo and see our trial account or anything like that, so that I can go through it maybe in this week.
Yeah, yeah. I would be happy to give you a demo. We have a learning management system called VXR Nexus.
Hmm.
So when we get off this call, I can add you to that and assign you a demo for labs so you can go in and take a look.
Hmm.
I do believe, though, you have to have a Quest to be able to access the content. So you might be able to look from your computer,
Hmm.
but because there is a web version,
Okay.
but I do believe to be in the actual app, you will need a Quest device.
Okay, I will see what I can do with Quest devices, but at least I have
Okay.
access to web. That's also fine for now.
Okay. Yeah. Great. I
Yeah,
will. Yeah. As soon as we get off, I will go ahead and assign you a demo.
yeah, sure. Thank you so much for that,
Yeah.
and thank you for this call
Of
as
course.
well. Nice meeting you, and looking forward to it.
Yeah. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye. Take care.